excited to have everyone here for Class 410, our second graduating class of 2019. Everybody's here. Students are here. Cameras rolling? Yep. Great. All right, before we get going with the first thing this morning, I'd like to ask the Girl Scouts to come up to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Audience attention, please stand and remove all hats. Color guard attention. Graduates, the flag will be passing down the center aisle and the flag will be posted on the left. Color guard advance. Color guard, post the colors. Color guards, hood the colors. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Color guard dismissed. Please be seated.
Thank you very much, girls. Welcome, good morning to GDA Class graduation class 410. We're excited to have everybody here. At this time, I'd like to introduce our president, Mr. Russell Gitlin.
To start today, I want to read to you something one of our graduates wrote to me. Some of you might know graduate Jill Anderson. She posts on our website quite a bit, and she shares her blog on our social media. In her latest blog, she wrote, "You may have heard the phrase, face your giants. Before my guide dog and I became a team, the giants in my life were just simple daily routines for a sighted person. I did not have the confidence to merely go to the restroom by myself in public settings because obstacles like doors, lightings, and basic navigation to find the sink. A year later, with my guide dog, those giants have shrunk down to size. Kirby, spirited, brightened my life to show that these are not giants anymore. They're obstacles that we can easily, confidently maneuver. Now, Team Jerby conquers the giants together. It is because she has a teammate, a confidant, a partner in Kirby that Jill's life was forever changed. While Kirby certainly serves a very real function with his guide work, the presence of a teammate is a major part of her success. There are often times at GDA that I too feel that with what we want to accomplish, the giants in the way are too big for us to conquer. Then I remember the community we have, my staff, my volunteers, and partners that I've been blessed with. I lean on all of you. I ask for favors in which you never ask anything in return, and together we make those giants of our own shrink down to size. I thank you for that. Before I get on to the next little part here, I want to just talk to you just a little bit because the word's out there, and I just want to make sure you hear it from me as fast as possible. But I am looking to expand the program here. So the program that we're trying to merge with another program and bring them into Guide Dogs of America. And what we want to do is we want to go out and we want to start a program that works with the Wounded Warriors, doing with PTSD. These guys and ladies come back with problems, and we feel we can assist them by expanding our program to include PTS dogs that serve people with PTS. Also, we're looking at the same time of another program in with us that's going to serve children with autism. So these dogs, they do a lot. If you ever see what these dogs do with children with autism, they hug them, they get them out. Kids that would never go outside their house, all of a sudden they go outside their house. And then there's a third portion to this thing which we're looking at, which is facility dogs. So facility dogs are dogs that you'll see in courthouses, you'll see in hospitals, and so on and so forth. One of the reasons that we're going into all this is because of the simple fact that a lot of these dogs that don't make it, a lot of you guys work very hard to make sure dogs make it here. But unfortunately, you know, we all know that the dogs sitting up front here are like SEAL team dogs. They're the elite of the elite, okay? And the ones that don't make it, they still have a lot of purpose left in them. And I want to be able to provide those dogs with a career too. And I think we can do that. And I think we can expand this program and provide a lot more service to those out there that need it. So we're working on this now. Over the next year, we'll have it done hopefully. And you'll see things changing around here for the better. That we're really excited about it. We think it's going to be a real positive addition to Guide Dogs of America. It's still going to be Guide Dogs of America. We're still going to serve the blind. We have no intention of not doing that. But we are moving forward with adding some programs to our current program for the blind. Okay? Speaking of people in our community that have stepped up, I'd like to take a minute and acknowledge the Lawrence family. As you drove in today, I hope you all noticed the new monument in front when you drove in. Adam and Sherry are two dedicated advocates for us. They're passionate about what they do here, sharing their story, and ours everywhere they go. When Sherry heard that we needed a sign out front, she didn't think twice. She approached her company, and I hope I get this right, Sherry, Untitled Ad Solutions, and had a check cut the next day. As a token of appreciation, I have a certificate to present. I invite you up on stage. Sherry, on behalf of Guide Dogs of America, we present you with this beautiful certificate with a beautiful dog out there with the new sign. How about a big round of applause?
Hi, everybody. We're just proud to be here at another graduation, watching all of these amazing dogs change yet another person's life. For those of you who may not know, my husband Adam is on his second guide dog, and truly these are just blessings and miracles that have joined our family. So we just feel that paying it forward is the way to go, because we could never ever pay it back. So that's what this is about.
Well, I want to congratulate this class, class 410. How about a big round of applause? These people worked for 3 years. Welcome to graduation 410. It's always my pleasure to acknowledge the great people that make our mission possible. Through their most generous donations, we could not accomplish our mission to provide independence, mobility to the visually impaired community without your assistance. A few announcements before we go forward. So the announcements are Ride for Guides on May 19th. Anybody that rides a motorcycle or just wants to come and participate, you don't have to ride, you can come and participate. May 19th, it's going to be right here. It's all online. You can go online and see what it's about. Open house is June 22nd. We're looking for a lot of people out here to attend open house. We've got a facilities all updated and looking good. So bring your families out. Let's have a good time. Casino night, August 10th. It was a great, anybody that went last year, you know it's a great time. Come on out, participate. All that stuff is online. Just go online, you can see when, where, and how. Guide dog sponsorships. Today we would like to thank Mrs. Roberta Feldman for her generous guide dog sponsorship of dog Walter. A guide dog sponsorship covers all the expenses for raising and training a pup from birth through graduation. Roberta has been very generous to us over the years, and we greatly appreciate her continued support. Roberta, could you please join me on stage and perhaps say a few words? Is Roberta here? He don't mind humans, but he ain't too much about other dogs. It's the funniest thing when a dog comes up to him and he just kind of looks at him and goes, "You want me to play with it?" So he's a cool dog. He's a cool dog. I like him. Thank you for raising the dog. On behalf of Guide Dogs of America, we'd like to thank you for your sponsorship. There's Gary and Walter. He's beautiful. Beautiful dog. You want to say something?
First of all, this is my husband, Robert, and he got left off the introduction, but anyway. This is our first time here ever, and we're very impressed with everything we've seen so far, and we're looking forward to a tour afterwards, but I just wanted to say that we're very, very happy to be here, and anything we can do to help, we're very happy to do so. We look forward to meeting Walter and Gary.
We have 2 puppy sponsorships to award today. These are great folks who donated $5,000 to sponsor a pup and followed in the path from the day it went home with its puppy racers until it returned to GDA to begin formal training. Today we would like to thank Miss Linda Heiser Seaman for her sponsorship of Jetty. Linda has supported us over the years and sponsored numerous pumps. She has to work today, unfortunately, but she sends her congratulations to Jetty and appreciation to Denise for raising such a great pup. For their sponsorship of Charley. This foundation has also provided numerous pups for the years, and we greatly appreciate their support. They are located in Arizona and were unable to send a representative today, but contacted us and wanted to congratulate Charley and Charley's puppy raiser, Vikki, his new partner in Charley's puppy raiser, Vikki. So a big round of applause for that. Glyn and Marilyn Judson's harness sponsorship for Walter. Why don't you hold to the end of applause for them all. Richard and Lovaline Beekman harness sponsorship for Jetty. Bunko Babes of Westchester, I hope I said that right, harness sponsorship for Greta. And so how about we give them a big round of applause. I made a mistake. We're supposed to be. Thank you very much. I apologize, but we had a talk. As usual, we want to give a special thanks to the National Charity League of San Fernando Valley. NCL's dedicated members are on hand every single graduation, providing and serving refreshments, assisting family members and guests, and generously helping out wherever they can. They are an amazing organization, and we appreciate their support more than I can express. Thank you, NCL. Where's my NCL? It's an expensive place to run. The GDA does not receive any federal, state, or local government support, and none of these services we provide are reimbursable through private or government insurance. We are only able to provide these amazing dogs thanks to the support of thousands of individuals, foundations, corporations, and organizations, and for this I would like to say thank you. energy and wouldn't be able to do what we do without you. There's no way we could do it. So thank you very much. God bless.
Thank you, Russ. Before we continue on, there's a few announcements I'd like to make and a few people I'd like to thank. We have an amazing, dedicated group of puppy raisers, and all of you who are doing this, we truly couldn't do it without you. But besides that, we have an amazing group of area leaders who run our puppy program for us out and around the communities from Ventura to San Diego. So I know there's several of you here. If you guys would please, our area leaders, take a stand so we can acknowledge and thank you for your hard work and dedication. We appreciate it. Thank you guys. There's another group that gets left out quite a bit, and we kind of don't see them a lot because they're really not out here with their dogs, but those are our breeder keepers. These guys have an amazing task of keeping these dogs at the healthiest that they can ever be, happy and producing. That's really important to us. And these are the folks who are, when those moms are about ready to give birth, that they're eating like 20 bags of food a day and they're keeping them well fed. If you're a breeder keeper, would you please stand so we can acknowledge and thank you for your hard work and dedication. Thank you. So with that, we're going to move right on into our next event here, which is going to be the video. And I'm going to hand the mic over to Kim.
Well, welcome and happy graduation day, friends and family of Class 410. Before I introduce our 9 amazing graduates, I'd like to take a minute to dish out some well-deserved acknowledgments. Let's start with my fellow class instructors. Linda Hawes. Linda, you are my right-hand gal, my calming breeze when life gets hectic, and my bringer of coffee. Linda has this amazing ability to always see the positive in everything. Linda, I've learned so much from you, and I could not have worked this class without you. So you're appreciated beyond words. Thank you very much. So if Linda is my right-hand gal, then Kelsey Horst would be my left-hand lady. For Kelsey, Class 410 is the 3rd class she's instructed as part of her apprenticeship. She's just entered the 3rd and final year of her apprenticeship, and keep an eye out on this one because she's really going places. I could not have worked this class without you, Kelsey. You're my ray of sunshine, you're my bringer of snacks, and the most important, my bringer of coffee. Let's not forget that. You're appreciated beyond words. Thank you, truly. I'd like to take a second to thank the San Fernando Police Department. We stage our students throughout class. We work our main training routes in San Fernando, and we use the indoor lobby and the outdoor seating area to kind of leave our students to hang out while we work one-on-one, especially early in class, and we couldn't do it without them, so we really appreciate them. Thank you. And no graduation speech would be complete without a warm and sincere thank you to the weekend volunteers. For this class, I'd like to thank and recognize Linda Ruggles and Helen Lau. Thank you two so much for giving up your weekends to stay with the class and be dorm moms. We appreciate the day off as instructors, and I'm sure the students appreciate getting rid of us. I mean, your company over the weekend, so thank you very much. Take a second and thank Kelly Green and Helen Richard Lau. They're helping out this weekend, this graduation weekend. Not only staying in the dorms overnight, we have some students flying out tomorrow, but also driving some students to Burbank and LAX this weekend so they can get home. So thank you guys very much. It's my sincere pleasure and truly an honor to stand up here and introduce the graduating teams. While this class is very diverse, ranging in age from 43 to 73, they traveled here to this very stage very soon from all over the country, including sunny California, Arizona, Illinois, Nevada, and as far away as Pennsylvania. So, 7 of the graduates you'll meet today have stood on this very stage before, graduating with the GDA guide dog. And 2 of these graduates are graduating today with their first GDA guide dog. Class 410 is exceptionally unique in that they are all lovers of sunshine, always sitting outside and soaking up the rays, love good music, and they love bad jokes. The 9 graduating teams from GDA's Class 410 that you're about to meet have worked incredibly hard to get here today. Throughout the past 3 weeks, they've learned and mastered everything in the basics of guide dog work, learning how to manage your dogs in a variety of different situations and environments, and learning new routes, and ultimately preparing to return home today. These last 3 weeks are just the beginning of their journey together, and I think Helen Keller once said, "Alone we can do so little, and together we can do so much." Each and every one of these amazing graduates has worked incredibly hard to prepare for this day. They supported each other, they sang together, they got lost together, they laughed together, usually at my expense. It's fine. And more importantly, they created memories that none of us will soon forget. I'm so proud and excited for these 9 teams to continue on their journey together. Oh, actually, I forgot one of the most important acknowledgments. Class 410 would not have been made possible without the daily caffeine provided by Starbucks. Anyone in the audience stop in Starbucks? You're welcome. First up, we have Donna Austin. Donna comes to us from Covina, California. She has 3 grown children, 2 of them being twins. And Donna is a twin herself. Donna is 21 years old with 38 years of experience. Doing the math up there. Several years ago, Donna owned a pet duck. She named this duck Kirby, and Kirby lived for 9 years. Donna is graduating today with her 3rd guide dog, GDA guide dog Tia, female yellow Labrador. Tia was raised by the Ramirez family and is represented today by Jeff.
All I really want to say is thank you so much.
So we also have twins, identical twin boys, so it's a family of twins, it is. Tia she's our second puppy, she's the second dog that we've puppy raised, and she was the sweetest dog from the very beginning. She loves kids. Kids would poke her in the face and touch her face, and she just lets it happen. She's never been afraid of any person, ever, that I remember, and she loved, you run into the street and you see dogs barking sometimes, not very well disciplined, and she would just look and say, that's fine. So it was a pleasure to meet Donna. We met her just before, and her personality and Tia's matched perfectly. We think they'll be a wonderful pair. And there's nothing that makes us happier than to see Tia go with somebody like Donna for the rest of her life. So we're excited to met Donna, and we are happy that Tia's on her way. We're proud of her.
The next graduate is Tony Carr. Tony comes to us from Chicago, Illinois. Tony is the true fashionista of the class. She loves shopping. She holds a degree in interior design. After graduation, she plans on starting her own YouTube channel with Cassidy, her guiding angel. And Tony is taking sailing lessons, and yes, Cassidy will join her on the boat. Tony came to class 410 for her very first guide dog and was matched with female black Labrador retriever Cassidy. Cassidy was raised by Bob and Alison Schooley and is represented here today by Alison.
I just want to say thank you to GDA and to all the staff and all the great students I participated in this class with. This has been an awesome experience for me and life-changing. I welcome this, and I was just so excited to even be accepted and couldn't wait for this day to come, and now it's finally come to completion and I get to go home with this beautiful guardian angel. So I want to say thank you to the Schooley family for raising Cassidy. They did an awesome job with her, and she's just the sweetest. And I put my complete trust in her. I know for a fact that she's gonna help me continue on in our journey. So thank you.
Tony, what a journey you have been on with the most special dog, Cassidy. As you know, it takes a village, and raising Cassidy was no exception. Our family all had a hand in raising her, and there were many along the way at GDA, in the puppy department, kennel, meetings, to the friends we made in puppy class, Cooper and Charley's raisers. They were her brothers. We had a lot of kind and loving support. There are no words to express how life-changing having Cassidy was for us. She saw us through happy times and sad, but was always her loving and confident self. We enjoyed it so much that within a month, we were at it again, and we had a 1-year-old. We have a 1-year-old at home right now. I know you will be an awesome team as you embark on this next chapter of your journey.
Our next graduate is Diane Logan. lived in Sin City since 1965. She grew up in a house full of dogs. She's a mother of 2 daughters who currently live in Texas, and she visits them every chance she can. She runs a daycare center for special needs children, and in her spare time can often be found gardening. Diane came to class 410 for her very first guide dog and was matched with female Labrador Jetty. Jetty was raised by Denise Brown and is represented by Denise here today.
I want to thank everybody from GDA for giving me this wonderful experience. It's an experience that I never expected would happen. I want to thank Greg for being so patient on the phone, and our computers never worked together, and he worked to get mine so that he could see my video. I want to thank all the instructors. Without them, I wouldn't be standing on the stage today. I want to thank all my classmates. I know we will go far away, but I'll always keep you in my heart. I want to thank this incredible Denise for raising my Jetty. There's no words that I can express, and I thank you for giving me the gift of love. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. Jetty is something that protects the bay, and so when it was time to name her, I wanted something to protect you. And all I can say is congratulations and welcome to the family.
Our next graduate is Peggy Madrid. Traveling all the way from the OC, Peggy comes to us from Irvine, California. She volunteers in her community blind center group for young adults and a peer-to-peer low vision group in her home community. Peggy is here today graduating with her second GDA guide dog, a Mele Labrador named Harrison. Harrison was raised and is represented here today by Megan Wilson.
This is very unique for me. I just retired my first guy 5 weeks ago, and he was the puppy raiser's first guy, and he made it. And this is Megan. She's 15 years old. She raised the dog in high school. She switched schools just to raise Harrison, and that was her first guy also.
Wow.
I enjoy being independent. I go on airplanes, I go on trains, I do my own shopping, and with my new partner, Harrison, it's going to be just wonderful. And I'd like to thank Megan for her kind heart and dedication.
First, I'd like to say thank you to Debbie and Jeff Jewell, as well as Tina White. This really wouldn't have been able to happen without you. Raising Harrison has been a life-changing experience. I'll forever cherish our memories, experiences, and teamwork. I see how happy he is with you, Vikki, and congratulations. I have high hopes that you guys will succeed as a team in the future.
Our next graduate is Henry Panic. Henry has traveled here from Argenta, Illinois, although he spent a lot of time growing up in Guthrie, Oklahoma. He went to college for computer science, but really enjoys working with his hands. He's been a mechanic working on cars since he was 6 years old, and an avid reader, listening to audiobooks in all of his spare time. Henry is here today graduating with his second GDA guide dog, male black Labrador Charley. Charley was raised by Vikki and Mele and is represented here today by Vikki.
Say thank you to Vikki and her family and the rest of the guide dogs.
took a committed community. GDA, fellow puppy raisers, his sponsor, the Nicely Foundation, family, friends, and students at Pasadena Christian School who provided him with the training that he needed to be on the stage with you today. Thank you to all, especially to my husband, Lou, who willingly joined me 23 years ago when I said, it's just one puppy. And Charley is number 15 for us. Watch Lucky Dog?
Yes.
Okay, how many of you watch Dr. Chris? More women's hands. Dr. Chris wins. Charley loves Dr. Chris.
Our next graduate is Debbie Paul. Debbie comes to us from Fountain Valley, California. 5 miles from Huntington Beach, I'm told. I should probably visit her after class. She has 2 grown children, both who live in Colorado, and her and her husband visit them any chance they can. With a degree in chemistry, Debbie worked in that field until her vision loss, and now retired, spends a lot of her free time riding tandem bicycle with her husband, basically staying as busy as she can. In fact, she told me her husband complains that they're more busy now in retirement than they were when they worked full time. Debbie was she's graduating here today with her second GDA guide dog, female black Labrador Eliza. Eliza was raised by Katherine Sohn family and is represented here today by Katherine.
I want to thank the puppy race, the whole family. I want to thank Katherine and her whole family for raising such a great dog. I've had a lot of fun working with her for 3 weeks, and I look forward to a great life with Eliza. I also want to thank the most helpful, the most patient, the most kind trainers in the world. This whole system is set up for success, and they really want you to succeed. They give you all the tools and all the skills you're going to need to go home and work with these dogs. So I want to thank everybody.
Hi, my name is Katherine So. I'm a junior in high school. Last year I had the amazing opportunity to raise Eliza through the agriculture program at Sunny Hills. I named Eliza to match accordingly my love of the musical Hamilton. When I got Eliza, it was in the summer before sophomore year. When we got this cute, tiny little black lab, I was freaking out because I had no idea how I'd be able to give her up. But throughout the year that I had her, I took Eliza everywhere, including my high school, all my volleyball games, where she slept quietly near the bleachers, and many more places that helped her prepare for today. And here we are today. I'm so proud of Eliza, and I'm so happy I had this opportunity to raise a guide dog at 15. One thing I remember is that when Hannah took Eliza for her evaluation, Hannah said that Eliza stopped in front of mannequins and waited to be petted. Upon meeting Debbie and Eliza today, I know that they are the perfect match, and I'm so excited that they get to have more adventures and make new memories. Just a quick thank you to all her trainers and to everyone at GDA, also to my family because I wouldn't have been able to raise Eliza without her, and also a thank you to Mrs. Nancy Matthews in our Long Beach group.
Our next graduate is Gary Simmons. Our farthest traveled award for Class 410 goes to Gary, having joined us today from Hermitage, Pennsylvania. While he works 5 days a week, he can be frequently found bowling with his buddies in his off time. A thrill seeker, Gary has been skydiving before and can't wait to do it again. I'm not sure if Walter will go. An item on Gary's bucket list is a trip to Italy, which is currently in planning, right? Spring 2020. Gary is here graduating today with his 4th guide dog. It was matched with Mele Labrador Walter. Walter was raised by Glyn and Marilyn Judson and is represented here today by Glyn.
Thanks, everybody. I'm just going to be brief and say to GDA, that means everybody here, thank you for allowing me to come back and do this again. And I just say thanks to everyone.
Gary, I'm happy to have met you today and know that Walter will be in your capable hands here on out. Today, the two of you will begin a new life together as a team. I couldn't be more pleased. It's great that he chose to spend most of the first 18 months of his life with Marilyn and me, and that my time with him might have helped contribute in a small way toward his being on stage with you today. I know I don't have to tell you how sweet a boy he is, yet how mature and responsible he is now, but still fun and loving. This is your day and a time of joy, hope, and celebration, because you and Walter will grow and will only get better. I know I speak for the rest of us when I tell you how thrilled I was the day Louise Henderson gave me Walter, a little 8-week-old, 8-pound fur ball back in December 2016. Now 28 months later, I'm standing here next to him, a grown boy, your companion, and ever faithful friend. I couldn't have done this without the help of my wife Marilyn, and for that I thank you, sweetheart. In addition, my thanks go to Stephanie, Yvonne, Caroline, Hannah, Jamie, all the kennel staff, the vet department, training staff, and all the puppy raisers who selflessly train GDA dogs time after time after time. The job he's taking on is of the noblest order. He will willingly, lovingly devote his life to you and to his job. Please take this boy, who I love so much, because you need him more. I raised him with all the love I could. I only ask that you please love him as much as you can, and if you do, he will never stop loving you. The most common question asked of any of us puppy raisers is, how can you give him up? I tell folks, this isn't about me. It's been about you, Gary, all along. Walter and I just didn't know it until recently. My boy was meant for you and you for him long before I first held him in my arms. I can only express my gratitude to you, GDA, and all the people involved for allowing me to play a small part in it. And in closing, I want to quote Sir Nicholas Winston, a man who bravely saved hundreds and hundreds of Jewish children from the hell of the European War, and never said a word to anyone about it until just before he passed. His wife saw papers and records in the attic for what he had done. He says, don't be content in your life to just do no wrong. Be prepared every day to try to do some good. With that, thank you. Bless you.
Our next graduate is Liz Whitlock. Liz comes to us from Gilbert, Arizona, where her hobby farm. I asked her what a hobby farm was. She says, it doesn't make any money, it's a hobby. The farm has 4 horses now, and the potential for growth in the alpaca department. She has 3 dogs at home, including her retired guide, Glyn, who is happily enjoying retirement, by the way. Liz was the second runner-up Miss Rodeo Kansas, 1994. Liz is here today graduating with her second GDA guide dog, female yellow Labrador, Greta. Greta was raised by Mary and Leonard Kenney and is represented here today by Mary.
I'm just going to say thank you, this brief, because I'm getting super emotional listening to everybody else's stuff. Thank you to everybody. This is a gift.
By way of introduction, Greta is Leonard's and my first guide dog puppy, and we had beginner's luck with this one because she made it all the way. Who is here today. Woof. Congratulations to Liz. I hear you have horses and chickens. One of Greta's puppy raisers had chickens in her backyard, and we took Greta on an outing to a local horse stable. The GDA trainer said that most guide dogs will never see a horse, but I lobbied to take her, and here you are. One thing about Greta is you never need to look for her because she's always going to be right there with you. Greta's real name is Greta Garbo because she's a Hollywood dog. And she has a brother named Clark Gable. Her mother is a black lab, and Greta got from her mother black mascara around her eyes. This dog will make friends for you wherever you go. Every time I took her out, people said either, what a beautiful dog, or what a happy dog. One day, when I was walking Greta on the sidewalk, a woman stopped her car in the middle of the road, leaned out of her car window and said, what a beautiful dog. Cars were lining up behind her, and I was afraid the lady was going to cause a traffic accident. The other side of Greta is that she never saw a person she didn't like. One of my friends is allergic to dogs, and I was sitting in my living room with my friend. Greta wanted to get to know this new person, and she crawled over and put her head on my friend's foot, and then she put her head on my friend's lap, and was so pathetic that my friend eventually had to pet her. When I picked Greta up from the kennel, she just about turned somersaults. She was so happy to see me. I said, really, Greta, does every greeting have to be like going to Disneyland? And the kennel tech, Brooke, said, you should see her sister. Finally, I need to acknowledge that this dog loves to work. We would go to the neighborhood obedience class, and at the end of the hour, the other dogs would be lying there exhausted with their tongues hanging out, and Greta would be going, where's the next hour? I want more. I think she would work until she drops. A final thank you to the South Bay Puppy Group, Nancy and Brian Matthews, the puppy sitters, the kennel techs, puppy trainers Hannah and Carol Ann, puppy director Stephanie Coleman and her predecessor Louise Henderson, and the breeders and guide dog trainers who made the magnificent animal that Greta has become.
Our next graduate is Laura Zumbro. Glendale, Arizona. She has 2 sons, 1 daughter, as well as 1 grandson and 1 granddaughter. Laura is currently finishing up her first book, a memoir, set to publish this August, actually. About 3 years ago, fun fact about Laura, she flew a Piper Cherokee, level flight, 3,000 feet, but she flew it. Laura is here graduating today with her 2nd GDA guide dog. She was matched with male yellow Labrador, Garmin. Garmin was raised by Sydney Stevenson and family and is represented here today by Sally.
Hi, so I want to thank GDA and everybody in my class. You guys made it fun, and I didn't actually hate it as much as I thought I was going to. We did a lot of hard work, and Garmin is fantastic and loving, and when we had a hard day, he just sat in my lap and made it all better. So I am very, very, very thankful, and we're going to have a great time. We went yesterday to Northridge Mall, and the trainers cut us all loose to kind of do what we wanted, and we wanted to go ride the train that goes around the mall, and walked on up there. There's a man standing there and said, "Hey, can we ride the train?" And he just looked at me and said, "I don't work here." So in closing, I just want to thank GDA for being willing to turn us loose on the public, and thank you for your faith.
My name's Sally, and I'm Sydney's mom. Sydney's my 19-year-old daughter, and she's really the one that should be here today, but she had to adult. She's actually a wedding planner, and not much would have kept her from today, but she had a wedding today and a wedding tomorrow, so she didn't think she could ask her to postpone. So I'm here, and I just want to tell you that I spent all week rehearsing the 2 lines that I was going to say when I got up here, and I couldn't even make it through that. And this morning at 5 a.m. in my text message, she says, "I've got 2 minutes, and here it is." So she wasn't going to have anything for me, and this morning I made it through the first name, Laura, before I started crying. That was before I got out of bed. And in our 2-hour drive up here, I said, "I can do this, I can do this." I didn't make it. I said to my husband, "I've got this, I can do it without crying." He said, "No, honey, you so don't got this." So I'm really competitive, and I hope that I'm going to prove to you I can make this through in honor of my daughter. It's actually a private letter to Laura that she has not heard, but she's given me permission for you all to listen in. So this is from Sydney. Laura, I imagine, boy.
It's okay.
There we go. Laura, I imagine that you have a huge smile on your face, that you thanked my parents for us raising Garmin and something of that sort. But it is I who want to thank you. When we started raising Garmin, they told us about people who would receive our guide dog, and it all seemed so theoretical. If he passes this test and that test and gets paired, and it was all over a year away anyway. And when we got him, for all intents and purposes, he was ours, mine even. Garmin came with me almost every day to my high school senior year. He grew up as part of our class and always made us laugh when we were taking ourselves too seriously. He comforted us when we were stressed and reminded us that life is supposed to be fun. But more than that, Garmin was special. He knew when someone needed him, and he basically asked to sit by them in class. He knew when I was fearful of the future, and he'd crawl into my lap and remind me to take one day at a time. And yet, most of all, Garmin was a teacher. And as I reflect back on what he did for us, each lesson reminds me of something that can be taught. Be thankful for the present. I knew I only had Garmin for so long, and we each only have our loved ones for so long. But remember to smile and laugh and not take life too seriously. The largest Garmin lesson would be this: do things that matter. Garmin was an incredible dog for me to love on, and I'm so glad to have had him. Don't let me make it shaky. He was my best friend. He shared some of his unfailing confidence with me, encouraging me to be comfortable going places alone, because I was never alone when I had Garmin. He let me be alone without feeling lonely. in high school to someone who doesn't see the world the way her classmates did, that changed my life. Having Garmin exactly when I did changed my entire life. But nothing Garmin did for me or for my family or classmates begins to compare to what Garmin will do for you. Nothing I have done compares to the challenges you face every day. I'm so glad that Garmin can now be in your life to support you in the companionship each dog does and to go above and beyond what our pets do to help you conquer life. I hope that Garmin blesses your life infinitely more than he did ours, and that is saying something. I heard Jill Anderson, a fellow guide dog owner, speak a few days ago, and she said her and her dog seem to share a soul. They are so similar. Well, I know what a great little one Garmin is, and I am confident he has chosen well. I wish I could be here to meet you in person, because I imagine you're quite amazing. I'm so excited that you and Garmin are a team, and I wish you all the best in the years of partnership to come. Give him a kiss for me every once in a while. And P.S., in case you didn't figure it out already, he's a lover and a big cuddler. Love, Sydney.
Well, that just about wraps it up. Congratulations, Class 410.
Does anybody else want Kleenex? Thank you guys very much. It was amazing. Well, this comes to conclude, so coming to the end of our, I was thinking about this, our third graduation this year already, and it's only April. Amazing. What's going on here? So a couple things before we get going. I'd like for everyone that's here visiting with us at graduation just to stay seated for a few minutes. Class, just for you guys, I'd like to tell you congratulations. We're only a phone call away. We're here if you need us. At this time, I'm going to dismiss Class 410 and let you guys work your way back over to the dorm. I have a few announcements for the folks sitting here, so if you guys will just stay seated while we dismiss class. Class, you're dismissed, and congratulations. All right, as class works its way out, there's just a couple things I want to remind everyone. National Charity League is here with their wonderful homemade cookies and coffee and punch.